Oroville Dam update, April 4th, 2017. Today is Tuesday. Okay, first thing is everybody knows that this thing now has taken a very ugly and really, in my opinion, dangerous turn with this new political agenda of secrecy involving releasing imagery and documents apparently regarding the Oroville Dam. I'm not going to get into that today. I'm going to try my very best to not let the factual and the evidence-based stuff be sullied by the political. So today I'm just going to try and present this new stuff I found, new evidence of erosion and different types of erosion that occurred during the last run of the primary spillway. So, all right, first thing, let's get into both the weather and the lake levels. Lake levels have been very, very calm incoming. It's just been really small. 15, 20,000 has been the high stuff. So their outgoing with the high hydropower plant has been more than able to keep up with it. For whatever reason, I think 8 or 12 or 14 hours ago, there was a little burp in the outflow. The hydro did go down for a while. I presume there was something happened and they fixed it. At any rate, it's back up to about 11,000 CFS right at this point of the game. So and that's not a big deal. But it would appear that that's going to change because we do have weather incoming. Certainly a major storm coming in Thursday and Friday. Not a blockbuster, but certainly a significant addition to the already pretty fairly well-watered watershed, if you will. So there's that. They're talking 3 to 4 inches of rain, potentially at the low levels in the foothills, and up in the high country they're talking places another couple of 2 feet, particularly the high ridges and such. So more water coming in. All right. So before we get into the erosion stuff today, I wanted to set the table with these couple of really great pics I found. I think they were put up by the Sacramento Bee that would show the erosion ravine there. This is, I don't know, at some point before they turned it back on, but after the initial big run that tore it up. And these two images just really just show you so perfectly, what's happening right there with that spillway and the damage that's going on, the erosion. Because you look at that one where you're looking right up it, and man, the first time I saw it, I went, wow, get out your rappelling gear, you're going to need it, because it's just that sheer of face. And because it's, like I mentioned in previous videos, because this thing is trying to straighten itself out, the process is that it's doing these little cuts and curves and stuff, and so it's doing what rivers do. It's trying to do those undercuts, correcting. It's doing its course correction and moving things around to try and straighten out whenever possible. So, and there's an interesting aspect of what's going on with the erosion higher up too about that, which I'll get into a little bit. So, at any rate, the other thing that I want to get into with this artifact now, this thing that was blown out, was blasted out, this big piece of rock, this thing, I'm calling it the tooth because that's kind of what it looks like. It was a huge thing. You can see this in the aerial views quite well. And I'm sure that right now part of their concern is if they show anything or if they let anybody's stuff, maybe there's stuff online, but I'm sure they don't want anything now to do an A/B because they will probably see that this thing that I'm calling the tooth is gone or it's greatly reduced. And it's a big thing. So I found an image, a couple of perspectives of before now that match up very well with the only real useful one that we have from the day that they shut it down. And that's really going to be the thrust of the video stuff today will be these two images. They're pretty amazing. Unfortunately, the one of them, as you can see, there's a weird little compression thing. I can't really see. I tried to straighten it out. Maybe other folks out there can take this stuff and do and straighten it out and do their own videos, which I'm encouraging people to do, by the way. Share this stuff. Do whatever you need to do. Spread it around. I don't care. I don't need credit for it. Just spread it around. People need to get this information because they're not telling us. So, anyway, you can. I found a really interesting artifact too on the after pic, which so what I'll do is I'll zoom it in for you here a little bit, and well, check this out. So, folks, I want you to meet somebody. This is monkey face, for lack of a better description, because for all intent, it looks like the face of a monkey there. And it's obviously an interesting erosion pattern, but for now, this is monkey face. And when you look at the before, well, monkey face is not there. So I'm looking at this whole thing, the before and after, flipping back between the two of them, and then it hits me. What happened there was, if you can also look up at the just a little bit to the right of where monkey face would be in the before, you'll see that dirt there is darker, like it's still wet or something like that. And then the stuff off to the left, that is where the future monkey face will be revealed with erosion. Well, that looks different. To me, that looks like that was already compromised. And what happened is, when that came through there, in this last yo-yo run, it knocked out the tooth, and that stuff just fell right down. And I'm pretty sure, probably if somebody had a cam on it, that they would have seen that for a while, that whole thing would have run kind of muddy. You would think so, because that's a lot of topsoil and dirt and that kind of stuff that had to have fallen in. So there's, to me, is pretty fairly convincing evidence that there was not only bedrock erosion, but that some of those sides of that hill must have collapsed in. And you can see it from that one. I presume that the same stuff went on downstream. The other thing that is going on here is that when the so-called tooth was knocked out, if you will, and is now a nub, that is the thing that was kind of baffling water from going with greater velocity down, excuse me, the lower sections. Well, now that's gone. So the next time they run it, it's a fair assumption that there's going to be more force and more erosion a little bit further down. So that's what we got for today, folks. There you go. We seem to have actual kind of landslides, if you will, cliff slides or whatever you want to call them, along there, in addition to the bedrock erosion. So thanks for watching, everybody. Give me your 2 cents if the spirit moves you, and take care.